Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Welcome to Ethernal Realms and welcome to your June reading. So let's get started with your tarot. I've already talked about the astrology in your zodiac specific astrology reading. I would suggest you check it out because it gives a lot more context on what's happening in the skies in general and how that is impacting your sign. So let's get started. The first major highlight we have here is you will be receiving or giving a precious gift with diamond. Then we have the second major highlight as opportunity or windfall. And the third major highlight is the month of November. Okay, your tarot cards, we have the first one coming through as the Three of Cups clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. This is really lovely. I've never thought of this combination, or I've not gotten it, but it's just very nice. Okay, let's just see all of your cards and then we will talk about it. We have the Fool coming through, clarified by the Hierophant. Very nice. Again, two major arcana, one clarifying the other. That's as well pretty major. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, clarified by the Ace of Cups. And next we have the King of Pentacles, clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. So there is a bit of a crossover coming through in these two things here. Okay, I'm already getting some messages. And we have the Moon clarified by the King of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so okay, let's just see these oracle cards as well. We have Fierce Serenity. This has come up quite a lot already. And we have Get Back to Elemental. Very nice, very strong energies coming through this month. So first of all, you're having a very nice time with people that you care about, and there's a lot of alignment between you and the universe. So you will be getting some guidances and some support as well from the universe that will feel like a gift here. So the diamond coming through makes sense here. Universal guidance, universal gifts, and also soulmates connecting with you, soul friends as well connecting with you, whether they are here with you or they are in a spiritual form, they are still with you. Okay, next, with the Fool and the Hierophant, it looks as though you're starting something new in terms of education or your career, but this requires some level of faith from your side, because this is something brand new, right? The Fool does not need faith if it was already experienced or if it was already sure of what's going to happen. So there is a sense of stability and resolution that you feel from the inside that encourages you to move forward in a new direction. Okay, so new path in life, new path in career, new education or higher education or higher learning you are doing that is inspiring you to have a lot more faith in yourself and the universe. And also the support that you're receiving through your friends and so on is going to be adding that extra level of generosity from the universe that you will feel. Also, you will see that you are supported in many ways than one in this month, and that as well encourages you a lot more to go forward towards your wildest dreams, because you definitely are someone who takes like steady action, or whenever you promise something, you're going to stay committed to it. You're a very loyal sign. So you're going to focus on things and make them happen. So it's not that you're going to flake out in the middle of a journey. So, if you have that type of surety from the universe and from the people around you who matter to you the most, and most of all, it speaks truest to you to make a certain change in your life or move in a different direction, then go ahead and do that because it'll make sense as you go forward in that journey. You will have the necessary information to get you started though, so don't worry about that. Now the Knight of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups indicates that you are whatever it is that you are doing here is making you feel good, and you are doing this to feel good as well. So whether it is working on your health and exercising, fitness, diet, your general wellness, connectedness with nature, taking walks, etc. Or it can be your career life as well, making more effort, planning more, organizing, scheduling, approaching the right kind of people with the services that you have, etc. Whichever way you are being pulled in this month, you are doing the work very dedicatedly in a slow and steady fashion. And that's a very nice technique, because that will help you make the most out of this month. You will enjoy this slow and steady approach, and you will find a lot more sure-footedness and faith through this way of operation. And you will also see more results, okay, of the efforts you have started putting in. As well. So let's say you've already started working out and you're not yet seeing results in the month of May. In the month of June, you will start, doing something a little bit differently, or some new things, new additions are coming in that make the results more noticeable. Okay, so you're inspired by that as well. Same goes in a career context. You're doing what you love and you're loving what you do. Next, we have the King of Pentacles clarified by the Knight. So it's as though you're working towards a legacy of sorts. You're building a lot more long-term financial confidence, long-term health, long-term prosperity. Okay, you're looking at what can be sustainable and everlasting. It's not just about getting something done right away and then sitting back and relaxing, because the King of Pentacles didn't get to the King of Pentacles by being that way. It was the slow and steady effort that got him to that point of surety. He is aging, he is pretty old, but look at him, he's sitting on a beanbag. How many old people have you seen sit on a beanbag? They would probably complain about their joints, or they're not able to get up, or they're just not comfortable in that type of seating position. So it looks like something you're doing here is making sure you're fit enough and you're well rested enough, well taken care of in the times when generally people are struggling to make ends meet or to care for their own body. Okay, so you're prioritizing that. Now with the Moon, with the King of Pentacles, there will be times in this month when your faith is a little bit questioned or challenged. Like, am I doing the right things? Am I going the right way? Perhaps you have some investments that need to be made. Is the investment too much? What if nothing comes of it? The self-doubt and fears can come in that kind of hit you in that resource section. It's about practical stuff. Okay, so it's not that your idea is bad, nor is it that you have no support from the universe, or that you don't have talent or something. Those things are not your concern in this month. You have it, you can do it, but it's more so the tangible things. Like, is taking this much time normal? Is it these physical sensations that I'm feeling, is that normal or not? There is something unknown or mysterious to you, and you might have to go get that checked out by some type of expert here. Also, this indicates that you are going to an expert. The King of Pentacles can represent one, that you're regularly visiting an expert in order to deal with some hidden emotions or subconscious beliefs, or just the belief system you have towards the world. And visiting this person really changes your worldview as well. So you're ready to take on a new world with this whole new different persona or different outlook in life that is very beneficial for you. In terms of love and relationships, there is a possibility, but I think you're focused on other things this month, more about the practicality, finance, and self-worth. But you definitely have so many nice connections that you can meet someone through them. That's absolutely possible. And Ace of Cups can also talk about a love opportunity, but it is done by kind of doing the basic stuff. Let's say you're doing your gardening and you might meet someone passing by and they're interested in what you're growing, or it can be doing the shopping, going for shopping, and then you find someone over there picking the same product or something like that, right? It's doing something that you do every day that is going to get you to this new person. Now, those of you already in a relationship, you're working on your connection more, and there is a sort of friendship that is created, and you're connecting more within a social situation, but that really replenishes the energy. It's not always the most fun to connect with each other one-on-one. We still need our friendship circles and for our friends to get along with their partner, and vice versa as well. And that itself kind of brings in a bit more magic and flow to the relationship. So I think going outside, doing something social is going to be highly beneficial and helps you see each other in a different way. Some of you Not all, of course. There can be some type of commitment as well that you're making. This diamond can literally be talking about a ring, because the Hierophant talks about commitment in long-term relationships and marriages, especially with all these pentacles coming in. This is talking about something very long-lasting. So some fears can crop up of, is this the one, or is this the right timing? Something like that can come up here, but ultimately I think you are making the choices that you know to be sure. You're not giving in to the doubts and the fears. Okay, now get back to elemental indicates that you want to take care of the basics. Are your emotions right? Are they like feeling good? Are you feeling good physically? You know, are you eating well? Are you sleeping well? Are you breathing well? You know, what are you intaking in terms of your energy, right? What are you paying attention to? What are your priorities? And you know, just the basics of these things are very important, and many times we miss them when we're not looking. It's easy to overlook these basic situations and take things for granted, right? So this month you're reminding yourself to come back to that center point of view, and I think that's what's keeping you very level-headed throughout the month, even if there are certain, you know, illusions, delusions that can come up in the, especially around the third week. But you're coping with it quite well. Now, Fierce Serenity also talks about, this is a Leo card, right? It's a strength related card, and it means that you're very calm, but at the same time you're very courageous. You can say no whenever you need to, you can say yes whenever you need to, and you're very clear about why and how you are going to progress in a specific situation. So you're less likely to overestimate yourself this month. Okay, but you might feel as though you're overestimating yourself, or overestimating the time that it might take to complete a project or take up, you know, some new venture. You might be a little bit scared in that way, but that's okay. You know, before you start doing anything big, everybody gets scared a little bit. It's just, do you keep going anyway? That's the question, right? So I think you are, with the Fool there, Hierophant. This is like a very strong combination that I keep coming back to. I think you're going to take the leap anyway. Okay. Very inspiring. So let's see what else we have for Leos in the month of June. This November, by the way, coming up here is so interesting. It can be that something you're doing here can have the next phase of development in the month of November. Let's say you're doing some blood tests, you're trying out some, you know, new diet or routine, or a new project is beginning. November would be the next checkpoint. So you get another blood test done, or you check your weight again, or, you know, make sure that your relationship is on track, you know, something like that. Also, I'm remembering Scorpio. You might have some Scorpio placements yourself, or someone you're connecting with can be a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Does not have to be, of course, but that's coming through. Scorpio season is generally a transformative time for each and everyone. So there can be some subconscious beliefs and fears and all of that come up here. And Scorpios also symbolize psychology. So either you're studying psychology, or you might be visiting a therapist or a counselor who gives you more of this clarity about, you know, where you are going and how life has been going, and maybe some coping mechanisms as well that would be much more healthy if you need that. Okay, we have Gemini, Neptune, and the third house. That's a very interesting combination. Okay, so we have a Gemini square Pisces situation going on throughout the month. Various planets in Gemini squaring with various planets in Pisces, which are going to bring into contention our logic versus our intuition. Do we pay attention to what we read and the knowledge that we get, or do we pay more attention to the inner workings? Because everyone is different, everyone's unique, right? So we can't just be like, this is the blanket statement and everybody has to fall under this category. So this is the question where you have to make certain judgment calls without knowing each and everything about a situation. Towards the end of the month, though, more clarity is going to come in. So it's not like this is going to persist for a very long time and you have to work in the dark for very long. But this contention really shows you what you are leaning more towards. Do you think more intuitively, or do you think more logically, and what makes sense for you right now? Also, your mindset has been brought into focus. How do you perceive the world, and what types of information you are drawn towards, and what you have read that has been, made to sound really beautiful, really perfect. Like, artists have just the best life, or doctors have the perfect life, or teachers have the easiest life. We often have this blanket statements that this is the best and this is not so good and everything else sucks and all of that, right? But that's hardly ever true. Everything has its own pros and cons. Everything has its tough times and good times as well. So there is some type of disillusionment that can happen as you start walking down the path of promise. So if you're taking up a new diet, you might be like, that seems to be working. Other people say that the results are coming in, and that gives me a lot of hope, so I'm going to try it out. But what you notice is that you have to be like very disciplined, and you have to cut out certain things, and you might not even be sure if you absolutely have to cut it out, or there can be some adjustments made, or what exactly is it? Okay, that vagueness of information can be something that is bothersome to you. And you being a fire sign, and that to a fixed sign, I think knowing things is a very strong desire for you. Like, tell me what it is, right? Don't tell me guesswork. Don't tell me maybe, maybe not. Just tell me what it is and I will do it, right? Because you definitely have that willpower, you have that discipline for sure. It's just a matter of, okay, so where do we go now? That's the situation coming through. Also, it can be that you're connecting with your siblings, or going to some short distance trips and places, or some of you are making some travel plans, but you're not really sure what time you would book it, or it can be that you're traveling in November, or you're planning to at least, but some things are not yet known or not yet figured out. Maybe it's too early to tell if you can actually make it in November, Maybe you might have other commitments at that time. So it's that sort of hazy quality that's coming through for you guys. But apart from that, I mean, financially, career-wise, friendship, love and relationships, it's all looking good. Just that little bit over there. Not a big deal. Every month has its ups and downs, right? So that's what I have for you, Leos. Thanks for being here. I hope the reading resonated and that it helps you out. Let me know your thoughts, and if you want a personal reading, you can reach me via Etsy. The link is in the description box and the comment below. I will see you some other time. Until then, take care. Bye.